Alright everyone, buckle up for another fascinating fact. This one's about one of the most mysterious creatures of the deep sea, the immortal jellyfish. Yeah, you heard that right, there's a jellyfish species out there that technically doesn't die of old age. Let's break this down. The scientific name for this jellyfish is Turritopsis dohrnii, and what makes it so unique is its ability to reverse its aging process. Imagine if, instead of growing old, your body could suddenly decide to turn back the clock and revert to an earlier stage of life. That's exactly what this jellyfish does. Most jellyfish follow a life cycle that looks something like this. They start as a tiny larva called a planula, which eventually settles on the seafloor and becomes a polyp, kind of like a small coral-like structure. From there, they grow into their adult, bell-shaped form known as a medusa, the classic jellyfish we all recognize. Once they reach this stage, they typically reproduce, grow old, and die. But not Turritopsis dohrnii. When this jellyfish encounters tough conditions, whether it's injury, starvation, or old age, it does something incredible. It transforms its cells back to their earliest form, reverting to its polyp stage. Essentially, it hits the reset button on its entire life. So, how does this work? It's a process called transdifferentiation, which allows the jellyfish's cells to completely change their identity. In humans, we have specialized cells for different tasks: skin cells, muscle cells, brain cells. Once a cell is specialized, it's usually locked into that role for life. But in this jellyfish, cells can switch roles and transform into new types. So, a muscle cell might become a nerve cell, or a reproductive cell could turn into a skin cell. It's like taking a car and magically converting it back into its original parts, ready to be rebuilt into something new. This ability to reverse its life cycle means that, theoretically, Turritopsis dohrnii can avoid death from aging. However, it's important to note that these jellyfish aren't truly immortal. They can still die from injury or being eaten by predators. But in the absence of such dangers, they could keep going through this life reversal process indefinitely. Imagine that, a creature that doesn't age in the traditional sense. Now, scientists are fascinated by this because it opens up so many questions about aging and regeneration. Could the mechanisms that allow Turritopsis dohrnii to reverse its aging process one day be applied to humans? It's a long shot, but researchers are looking into the genetic and cellular processes behind this jellyfish's immortality. After all, aging is something every living thing has to deal with. And if we can understand how some creatures avoid it, it might lead to breakthroughs in extending human lifespan. But let's step back for a moment and think about the bigger picture. This jellyfish's ability to cheat death isn't just a fun fact, it's a reminder of how diverse and complex life on Earth really is. The more we explore the natural world, the more we discover creatures that challenge our understanding of biology. Just think, if this tiny jellyfish can essentially reverse time, what else might be out there in the depths of the ocean or even in the forests and jungles that we haven't yet discovered? Now, you might be wondering, if this jellyfish can avoid aging, why haven't they taken over the oceans? Well, remember, they're still vulnerable to predators, disease, and environmental changes. Plus, they're very small, only about 4.5 millimeters wide, which is roughly the size of a fingernail. So, even though they're technically capable of living forever, they're not exactly built to dominate the food chain. It's also worth noting that not all jellyfish species have this ability. Turritopsis dohrnii is the only known species that can perform this life cycle reversal trick, and even then, it's not guaranteed in every individual. Sometimes, external factors like stress or damage prevent the jellyfish from successfully reverting to the polyp stage. It's an extraordinary survival mechanism, but it's not foolproof. But here's where things get even more interesting. While we can't yet fully unlock the secrets of biological immortality, scientists are using what they've learned from Turritopsis dohrnii to explore possibilities for regenerative medicine. Imagine being able to regenerate damaged organs or reverse degenerative diseases by harnessing the same principles that allow this jellyfish to reset its life cycle. While we're not there yet, the potential is huge. We're talking about the possibility of treating everything from aging to serious injuries with new, advanced therapies. And while we're on the subject of jellyfish, it's worth mentioning that they're more than just biological oddities. Jellyfish play crucial roles in marine ecosystems. They're both predators and prey, and they help regulate populations of smaller organisms like plankton. Some jellyfish species are also being studied for their bioluminescence, which is the ability to produce light. This phenomenon has led to breakthroughs in medical research, including the discovery of green fluorescent protein GFP, which scientists use to track cellular processes in real time. So, while the immortal jellyfish may not be dominating the oceans, it's making waves in the scientific community. Its unique biology is helping us push the boundaries of what we know about life, aging, and regeneration. Who knows? Maybe in the future, the key to living longer, healthier lives will come from studying this tiny creature. Alright, that's all for today. I hope this little glimpse into the world of the immortal jellyfish left you as amazed as it did me. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like the video, hit that subscribe button, and let me know in the comments what would you do if you could turn back time and live forever. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I'll get the next one ready for you. Stay tuned!